the mark of the beast, because it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast.
You can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast?
Without the mark, yes.
Why is Revelation so hard for people to grasp, to read, to understand?
So for thousands of years, the prophecies in Revelation and Daniel and other places seemed like such science fiction to people. They just couldn't understand how these things were even possible, including my own dad, who's been preaching since he was about 19. He's in his early 70s now. And he said, yeah, John, just never could understand how some of these things were possible. For instance, the mark of the beast. How is it possible, we would all say, that you could track every human being in the world and know where they are and how they get their money and where they spend their money? I mean, that's just impossible. And here we sit going, oh, no, they're tracking us right now. They know exactly where we spend our money and where we get our money, because it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. You could replace the word beast with system.
Revelation says that.
Oh, yeah. Without the mark.
You won't be able to buy or sell
unless you bear the mark of the beast. And when you go back and look that up in the Hebrew, it's talking about the global power that's in place at that point, the system that is in place.
What is the beast?
The beast is going to be whatever entity, a group of nations it speaks of, that will set into motion. We always talk about globalists and the globalist agenda and all these things. It will be a globalized stranglehold on the human population, that they will know where you spend your money, where you get your money. Reminds me of central bank digital currency, if something like that happens.
So I'm embarrasassed. This is being recorded. I probably shouldn't admit this. I've read Revelation, actually.
Sure.
I tried to understand it last year. I didn't realize it said, how did I miss that? It says you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast?
Without the mark, yes. That's
John, the Apostle John, on some Greek island 2,000 years ago said that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And so prior to technology showing up where it's at now in 2024, these things were impossible. How's that going to happen?
That's a pretty specific call, though, too.
Very specific. Yeah. So now all the things that need to exist physically are all here now, so that the prophecies that have been laid out could now physically manifest. Now, I don't know if that's going to be today or 100 years from now or 1,000 years from now. I don't know the answer to that, but I do know this is a new era. So when you read Revelation and you read Daniel and you read these other prophecies, it's now doesn't sound like science fiction anymore, because we see it every single day.
That is absolutely crazy.
Is that a light bulb going off or what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't quite know how I read the whole thing and didn't catch that.
Well,
because that is one of the central questions. I mean, that's like top 3 question of our current moment is, will we allow technology to take our autonomy away and, for example, control what we buy or sell? I mean, right?
Well, yeah, with the advent, we've got AI now in the mix. Yeah. We've got all these things that, we already know they track us. We already know they know where we spend our money. We already know all those things.